Excellencies, distinguished members of ministries, diplomatic corps, business communities, both in Trinidad and Tobago and in Turkey. Good morning and good afternoon. First of all, I would like to thank Her Excellency Ambassador Bengi Witkidem and business communities in both countries for putting this important conference together. My name is Nusret Comert. I am the Honorary Consul of Trinidad and Tobago in Turkey. I have been in this position for nearly 10 years. And my appointment followed appointment of Turkish ambassador in Trinidad and Tobago, which was a very important milestone in bilateral relations between Trinidad and Tobago and Turkiye. I have been keeping busy with consular matters as well as supporting business communities in both countries for increasing the trade volume and economic cooperation. Turkey has been buying LNG from Trinidad, and Trinidad has been buying some goods from Turkey for the moment. So I'm also the chairman of Damnus Energy and Investment. So within this context, I'm going to give you some opinions about energy. So World Energy Challenge has been keeping busy the world leaders for decades. In one hand, wealth is needed, economic growth is needed. On the other hand, environment needs to be protected, climate change is a fact, and carbon emission needs to be reduced. So that caused a need for tackling World Energy Challenge. Also, within that context, several years ago, a couple of years ago, during a World Economic Forum in Davos, just before pandemic, I was also a participant and a speaker. ESG has been launched, issues, environment, social, and corporate governance targets. So the way forward has been defined for ESG, setting ESG targets and measuring ESG targets in the same criteria. Also, the countries started to act for climate change more effectively than the past. Last year, the world had its hottest summer ever. And concern about water is also a growing concern. Within that context, energy transition has been worked all over the world in international energy companies, in international oil companies actually, and the governments. A move to renewable energy, particularly in solar and wind, has been accelerated. However, there will be a need for transition fuel for industry, for power, and for household, and this is natural gas. And we all know that Trinidad is blessed with oil and gas. Before shale gas revolution, Trinidad was supplying more than half of South Coast LNG of US, as we know. And with shale gas, where United States of America started to be an exporter rather than importer, Trinidad has been supplying to some other parts of the world, including in Turkey, some spot LNG cargoes. So having said that, I think energy is being a major industry, an opportunity for business people both from Trinidad and Tobago and Turkey to cooperate as an investor, as a developer, as an equipment supplier, as an investor in equipment as well. And in Trinidad, the banking system is very well developed and very international, so that can also help in raising capital for energy investments in Turkey, in Trinidad and Tobago, and in other countries, maybe in cooperation. So this is what I would like to outline as a start, and you know where to find me as the Honorary Consul of Trinidad and Tobago. My contact details in the website of Ministry of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs, and I am at the service of both nationals of Trinidad and Tobago, the business people of Trinidad and Tobago, and also anything I can do to develop cultural development, cultural cooperation between two countries. So I welcome any kind of ideas, sponsorships for me to arrange a cultural event of Trinidad and Tobago here in Turkey. Thank you very much.